LPG is a versatile fuel that can be stored in cylinders and used to power forklifts. If you're refilling a forklift gas cylinder by decanting from a larger liquid withdrawal cylinder or tank, or using a dispenser pump, there are specific procedures and precautions that have been designed to keep you safe. In this video, we'll run you through these key safety requirements. Firstly, don't attempt to fill a gas cylinder unless you've been trained in the filling procedure for the specific type of LPG equipment and cylinder you'll be using. Secondly, always make sure you're wearing appropriate personal protective equipment like long-sleeve shirts and trousers made from anti-static material. Thirdly, you must always check the refilling equipment for damage, especially the hoses, valves and threads. Then, check the forklift gas cylinder. You need to make sure that the last test date was not more than 10 years ago and that the valves, hose connections and gas cylinder body are free from damage. Finally, check the valves on the gas cylinder for leaks with a soapy water solution or leak detection fluid, remembering to rinse the valves and connections with fresh water when done. Decanting. If you are decanting LPG from one cylinder to another, you need to remove the gas cylinder from the forklift and make sure it's standing vertically on the ground. Don't place it on pallets, milk crates or other items, as this can cause a build-up of static electricity. Before connecting or disconnecting the filling hose, always discharge any static electricity by touching the forklift cylinder and the supply cylinder with bare hands at the same time. You also need to conduct the filling operation in a well-ventilated area, with the bleeder valve directed away from you to a similarly well-ventilated location. Continue as per procedure, ensuring that filling is stopped as soon as liquid LPG is emitted from the bleeder. Dispenser pump. If you are using a dispenser pump to fill a forklift gas cylinder, the first thing you need to check is whether the gas cylinder has an automated fill limiter fitted. This is also known as an AFL valve. If it does, the gas cylinder can stay on the forklift while refilling. Just make sure no one is on the forklift at the time, the ignition and indicators are off, and the safety relief valve is in the uppermost position. If there is no AFL valve, you need to remove the gas cylinder and stand it in an upright position. Once again, avoid putting it on anything that could create a build-up of static electricity. Whether you're filling forklift gas cylinders by decanting or a dispenser pump, you should always make sure your workspace is well ventilated and doesn't contain any sources of ignition. These include naked flames, electrical devices, power tools, and portable devices such as mobile phones, fitness watches, and pagers. Keep a dry powder fire extinguisher close to hand and stay in attendance at all times during the filling process to prevent overfill. Respond to any issues or in case of emergency. Never use an override device like cable ties to lock the lever on the dead man's handle in an open position. And be careful not to fill the gas cylinder to more than 80% capacity, as this may cause the pressure relief valve to operate and discharge LPG. Finally, it is recommended you use 2 people to lift the gas cylinders off and onto the forklift. They're heavy and can cause injury if you don't use the correct manual handling techniques. If you're moving gas cylinders from one place to another, use a suitable trolley. So that's how to safely manage forklift LPG refills by decanting or with a dispenser pump. Make sure you're trained, follow the procedure and remember these guidelines. And if you have any questions, refer to the product safety data sheets or ask your LPG supplier.